Hello everyone, my name is Michael Kurten, and this is my EDFN introduction video. When it comes to my area of certification or the subject I would like to teach in the future, it would be mathematics. The reasoning behind this is that it was my favorite subject throughout high school, with some of my favorite subjects being algebra, trigonometry, statistics, and more. Other factors that influenced this choice was that when it comes to my relatives, my father also really liked math a lot, and whenever I was in elementary school and needed help, he would teach me at home or help me with homework. And another reason is whenever I was in math classes with students who were struggling, and whenever the teacher would try to explain it to them, it wasn't resonating because the teacher would just use the same method over and over and would just kind of treat the student like they were ignorant or frustrating for not understanding the subject right away. Whenever I would help them or explain to them whatever subject we were in a non-demeaning way and they understood, I was like, hey, this is something I enjoy doing, so I considered being a math teacher, and that's what I settled on. When it comes to how I believe students learn math or the best way to teach it, currently I think giving real-life examples or helpful visual aids and resources really helps personally, and it can often help with the question of students who think, oh, I'm never going to use this in life, and whenever you give real-life examples, it kind of counters that point. And as a teacher, what I would do is make a somewhat boring and monotonous subject to students more lively and fun by taking creative approaches. And I'm still working on what I'd like to do or thoughts, but I have ideas about how I could engage the students and make them excited to come to math class instead of thinking, oh, this is such a drag. Also, I think empathizing with the students' issues and understanding the material right away is important, and instead of talking down to them as a teacher who has years of experience studying this math, understanding that sometimes you don't get it right away. And that's what a lot of teachers in my high school didn't do, and what I strive to do as a teacher. When it comes to times where I was treated differently, um, I use my scouting experience as a prime example for both the positive and negative. So for the negative, it would be not being included by older scouts or even people my age who would hang with the older scouts because they were friends. I would often be like, not the outcast, but just someone who they would prefer not to hang out with because they were already in a tight knit group. And being a younger scout, not really having like a role model or someone who would actively include me in things, just didn't really feel the best. But a positive experience is when I became older and most of those people dropped out of scouts, I actually served as a senior patrol leader at a camp, which is the leader, and it was my last summer camp, and I got to mentor a lot of the first year scouts who were about 12 or 13 and help them through the homesickness, tell them where to go, and be friendly to them, which is what I didn't really receive when I first came in. And I found it to be a really rewarding experience, giving them what I didn't have. And it honestly just showed me the power of inclusion. When it comes to professional behaviors, I hope to build on all six of these that were listed in the document, but my rankings currently for professional communication, I would say mine is acceptable or a 3 out of 3 because I always speak to adults respectfully when I do, and I'm always open to constructive criticism. Honesty and integrity would be a 3 to 3 as well because I'm, as a person, honest to a fault, and every single detail I will always come to the teacher and make sure, like, even if I get something wrong and they mark it right, I'll always go up to them. Um, when it comes to respecting diversity and civil rights of others, I also give a 3 out of 3 because I do my best to treat everyone equally. And but the thing is, I look forward to learning how I could do this better or be more proactive in encouraging diversity because I never really grew up in a diverse area. Participation in professional community, I will give a 2 out of 3 because while I have done stuff like an Eagle Scout project and Honors College service projects to help my professional growth with activities in the community, I could do this much more frequently, which I plan to do. Professional relationships with students and commitment to becoming a professional. I didn't really rate myself because I have no experience currently being in a classroom, but I look forward to observing this year and student teaching my senior year. My concerns and worries about EDFN courses are probably similar to most. First off, I'm wondering if our field experience will be able to stay in person. Fingers crossed that it is. Also, facing my certainty of career choice and seeing if this is really what I want to do with my life. And also, third, overcoming my introverted nature and nervousness when presenting in front of a class. This is something I've always struggled with, but I hope to become better because as a teacher, I'm going to need to do this. And yeah, thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed.